Hi there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we cleared the sanitarium, and then we went down to Hadrid Mansion. There's apparently some lady there that wants to, the Lady of the Web or something like that, that wants to speak to us. So there's quite a few things that we still need to do. The quest list the journal is growing. But we will make sure to complete each and every one of those side quests. Today I am going to try and finish Hadrid House and then Brackenberry and start heading over to Ondra's Gift.
Mm-hmm.
Still, okay. So the person we need to speak to is upstairs. I'm not gonna go upstairs yet. I'm actually wondering if I should give the priest the mace and a shield for now. I think that might actually not be a bad idea. Then I can use him as a tank. What's his proficiencies? What his spells are. Let's see his weapon proficiencies. Oh, so no man. Character. Warrants stick. Where do they show proficiencies? There's the stats. Stealth, athletic, law, mechanics. Yes. Fighting spirit. I don't think he has a certain weapon specialization. That might be why he's so shitty when it comes to hitting something. If he's not gonna hit something, you might as well just tank it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's this guy? This is definitely gonna bother me now. Final touch count, speaking, wounding shot. Marksman accurate, graceful retreat, companion. Sense. You see marksman, there we go. There it is. Weapon and shield. Yeah, so he does not have any weapon proficiencies.
Mm-hmm.
Might actually put him on weapon and shield as well. Oh, it's almost level time. Why can't I steal anything? This is BS. I think in Theory 2, I will... Oh, the door opens by on its own. I will most likely play a thief. A rogue. Type thing. They said no one has seen her in... I don't know how long. Lady Webb. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers. The flesh stretched thin to near translucent with extreme age. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burnt dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great, indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
This is exactly what I would picture a Loth's mother to be like.
And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble?
There's someone I need to find.
Not just any someone, though. Someone in the service of the Leaden Key. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend. Which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
She closes her eyes and it lets flicker. Then her face goes still, and her mouth parts a little more than a sliver. And her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment onto the ground. The pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back, and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Thaos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
How do you know I seek Thaos?
Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special occasion.
What can you tell me about Thaos?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Thaos was the one who created it. What scraps of evidence exist suggests that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism. That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity. He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
How do you know so much about Thaos?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Thaos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
What else is there to know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
What do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you. Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Thaos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Very well.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
I have other questions.
Yes?
Tell me about Dunreed Row.
All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place, in a different time, under a different Duke. I impressed the Duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
How old are you? She gives a half-hearted gasp and covers her mouth with her crumpled fingers. You wicked man, where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency?
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Berith carry me off before I'm through. There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
Are you a psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there. Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
You said you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway.
What is that?
A quiet day at home.
Is there a Lord Webb?
There was.
What happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Let's talk about something else. There is something I can tell you about the Leaden Key operations.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Thaos in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinions of animancy.
Forgive me, it is unlike Thaos to leave witnesses. He must be furious. He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep. This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
I have other questions.
Yes?
Oh, I don't.
Try your
Well.
best not to die out there.
Okay. Guess I got a new friendy. Attack is connected. Oh, I got some money. Who else is gonna approach me? What's this? Oh, it was still 11 days. What am I building? What am I building? Another 2 days. Man, Penhelm's face is white. Just talk to that little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me that he'd seen someone in the records room. He takes a slow step towards you, extending his hand. Give him my affidavit. I've done nothing to you. His other hand comes to rest next to his sword. What does this mean to you? Your superiors deserve to know the truth. Cheer up. You always thought you were someone special. Soon everyone will know you are. Don't worry. I'm sure the knights will let you stay to scrub this letter. What does this mean to you? As Penhelm reels from the news, his finger jabs your side. He can smell herbs next to you without turning to see him. I say this with all due offense. You make me sick. Kill a man for his actions. Make him suffer for his worth. But don't punish him for the soul he didn't choose. He draws his sword and spits at your feet. I won't let you ruin me over this. Was this a good decision? What does this mean to you? Are you serious? This is my career. I've labored years for it. And it all hangs on some coincidence of a past life. Any dear wooden, rich or poor, can aspire to position in the crucible knights. Anyone can rise to the rank of high justice, except for those of us born with the wrong soul. Tell me how that's reasonable. Your superiors deserve to know the truth. What truth? That over a century ago I was some adherent who's just in the ground now. He hands a crisp sword pommel. I'll ask you one more time. Don't be a fool. We're in public. I'm not interested in fighting you. Then you should have minded your own business. It was, I won't let you destroy my career over this. Okay, that's better. So, shoot him. Transform. Why are you back there? Run there. No, go there. You run there. Shoot there. No. What are you doing?
With the ghost nose, how is it you failed to notice your wrong mistake?
What did he say? Well, I've never knew.
Failed to notice? I put work into stuff this way. I never know what sort of game.
I'll teach you.
I need to smell like part of nature, not an
That looks like it hurt. Show him.
Did I get the breastplate now? I did. I did.
Sure.
Okay, been there. What's the charred barrel? I'm sure it's an inn. Let's go to the charred barrel. Do I ever want to see what's along the way? See, like that. No, come back. No, I'm not. Rude. Where's Nonton? He was in a gilded veil. The young elf is dressed in a gaudy robes that seem to ready to cast off. He seems ready to cast off. He picks up at a heavily brocaded sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it. If that's what you're here about, then save yourself the trouble. He puffs up at his chest but glances at the exit. What are you talking about? He relaxes. If you have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Cyril's courtesan over at the salty mast in Audra's gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense. Fill him up with liquor and send him her way. They have a good time and Cyril takes her fee and a little extra. He rubs his fingers together. 100 copper here, a trinket here. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never notice anything missing. Go on. Anyway, we always split the bounty. Until a week ago, he squeezes his lips into a tight frown. She takes a necklace off of some noble. It's an ink-within medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. He tucks at the gold chain around his neck. And even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. I'll see about getting the medallion from her. You'll find her at the salty mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying, so you'll have to go through Maya. He fidgets with his sleeve. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Smack her silly. Begging your pardon. Oh, it's you. It's good to see you are well. We had a few rough days here, but then we found this place and they were kind enough to hire us both. Things have been wonderful. I can't tell you how much we appreciate what you've done. Hard work, but wage is good.
Greetings.
Is this your place? The man is dressed in neat and functional clothes. His sun-wrinkled skin and limber musculature reflects a life spent in the wilderness. Well, mate, what brings you to the charred barrel? This is your place. It's my retirement. He thumps the bar. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenberry saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from some great uncle who'd never had any luck buying it off on my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenberry. The nobles come to unwind and the kith from other districts come to mingle. He leans closer. We get a few rough types too, but they behave in here. Sides their coins as good as anyone's. Who are you? I was a cartographer from the Duke for decades. He rubs his neatly stubble cheek. Crossed the White Marsh half a dozen times and mapped most of the ruins of Thane Bog. He grins, flashing a gold tooth. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cliver and a few other friends in the Knights helped me get the rights to refurbish this place. There's strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. He raises a mug. What more would a man want? Show me your menu. Yeah, that I could hire. No. Let me see the rooms. Thank you, Uncle. What's down there? There's bandits down here. Let's have a little chat with my associates. Okay. See the company you keep, my dude. With my best friend to myself, I will. Okay. Not making sense is okay these days. Novel. More to chest. Kill asses. I also kill asses. Ask Penhelm, he was lost. Pirate Mirwith. That might be. Mirwith watches you through kohl-rimmed eyes. She puts her hand on the hilt of a blade, jangling the jewels that hang from her wrist. We don't know each other, stranger. Best keep it that way. What brings you to the charred barrel? Raise an eyebrow. What's it look like? Good wine and a little peace and quiet. She flips a copper coin with her thumb. And Scarian doesn't ask too many questions. You don't seem like a Brackenberry local. What's happening here? I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Can't read that. Thank you for the book. Oh yes, I wanted to retrain my character. Let's check. His mechanics is 8 and mine is 5. Access level 5 camping bonuses. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Retrain my character. Okay. I think we can come back to Brackenberry. I want to go to the Crucible Knights quickly, and I want to give also. Let me first go to Brackenberry. Ugh.
Hey, Allah, can I, talk to your, your friend?
What is it about Isilmir? I'm right here, you know.
No, you're both great. It's just, well, I feel like I don't get to spend as much time with her, and she's just so funny. I mean, some of the things she says.
Are not nearly as funny when you've been hearing them for 50 years.
Let's first go to the Crucibles. Let's go to the 90s. No, up here. They are up here. Um, I'm looking for a neighborhood with a tower. It's near a cemetery. Best you stop looking, then the place you want is Heritage Hill. You can see the tower over the district walls out of that way. But something happened there. They don't let people in anymore, and none of the knights want to be posted anywhere closer. It's still clear if you know what's good for you. Okay, that's for. How do I tell him about the rogue knight? Return Ostrich Space. So you can't even go to the Crucible Knights and tell them that you killed the guy? What balls. Okay.
Next time we get the chance, I'm buying you a pint.
That means a lot, Adair.
Oh, do you want one too? Sorry, I meant for Isselmere. I'll get you one too.
Poor guy, everybody's rubbing him up wrong. Nobody likes him. He's probably the middle child.
No. What's impressive is cleaving a man's spine without lopping the head clean off. That takes aim.
Did that once. My case was an accident, and I still wake up some nights feeling bad for him.
These guys are rough. Ooh, I have another side quest with one of these guys here. And then I can do some bounties for monies. I hope. Is this the armor you wanted? Ostrich waits a moment in disbelief. He looks at you, then back at his breathless. He reaches for it slowly, as if expecting it to disappear before he can touch. How did you manage this? You're right about the affidavit. Unfortunately, Penhelm forced me into a fight. What's going on with my game? Okay. Next. Ooh, heal companion. Arrow sense. Passive. Plus 15 deflection against ranged attacks. Defensive one. Plus 15 defense against AoE attacks. Animal combat plus 15 against. Fighting 5. Ranged attack bonus plus 1 time. Swift aim. Ranger gets into a speedy fluid offensive rhythm, reducing accuracy but increasing fire rate. More prey, takedown. Vicious aim. Ranged attacks bounce. Ranged attacks bounce. Oh hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter spirit rewards 15% experience. Bolt of chimes. Belt of chimes. Okay, expires in 1 day. Southwest. The travelers have reported a collection of angry spirits gathering near the circle of cracked outdrop pillars. Those brave enough to venture near the spirits have reported that they appear to be arguing about some long-forgotten legal matters, though locals have quickly learned to take a route that avoids the outdrop pillars entirely. More than a few foreign merchants landing at the road's end have fallen victim to these shades. Sign.
Hail, traveler.
Wares. Here we go. Exceptional hunting bow. Exceptional war bow. With exceptional prices. Prices of 2 might, 1 constitution. Oh, these would be great on the tanky. +2 resolve, -1 okay. +1 resolve, +2 constitution test as well. Grants minor fetid charis. Damage reduction. Grants summon noble creature. +5 will, mind reflex. Grants whisper of treason, +12 will. Only usable by barbarian. Damn son. Well, they do have decent stuff. Compare. So the base damage is just more than mine. But mine's got extra advantages and things. Okay. This quest is done. Far from home. Talk to Cyril's okay. Speak with the 3 contacts. Laura is a merchant in Copper Lane. Go to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries, yes. I was told material copy. However, asked me to meet with Vienna, a student of Elemental. I'm gonna save and reload and see if my conversations work.
Here, kitty. Come on, I want to pet you.
Who can I speak to with long conversations? Let's go back in there quickly.
Sure.
You know a place in the wilderness with colorful pools and waterfall that rises. You're looking for Searing Falls. He taps at the map in front of him and blunt finger. Fantastic place. The thermal springs alone are worth it. Journey falls are so hot. Most of the water turns to steam. Things that rise. That's the rising you were talking about. Tell me about the dozens. Your routes. Okay, conversations are working properly. There we go. Thank you. Bye. Oh, it was for a quest. Shit. Oh, one of those.
Greetings.
Always good to see a familiar face. How can I help? I'm looking into some disappearance. I hear that your sister's gone missing. Laura's voice dropped to a whisper. I didn't think anyone would help me. When Cora disappeared, I tried Dunreed Row. The Crucible Knights, even the dozens here. She points the thumb at the large body behind her. No one had time to look for a missing girl then. She bites her lip. That was 3 weeks ago. If there's anything I can tell you that will help you, just ask. Tell me about Cora. She's my younger sister, always had a head full of dreams. She was convinced there was something special waiting for her, that she'd be remembered and happy and important. Laura shakes her head. She's got plenty of heart, but none of the commitment to match. Still, when she got that theater job, I thought she was about to turn around. What was Cora doing around the time she disappeared? She'd just gotten into this acting troupe called the Laura Bros in it. You know this. Concentrate. The Revel of Stars, that's it. She was pretty inexperienced, Laura hesitates. I think that's why she was so excited to get the role. I'm afraid I don't know anything else about it. When and where did you last see your sister? She was at our house getting ready for her big performance. That was 3 weeks ago. Did you see Cora with anyone when she disappeared? She is very sociable. She's always enjoyed it. Crowds. I'm afraid I can't narrow it down beyond that. That's all I need to know. Thank you. Laura put both her hands out over her heart. You don't know how much this means to me. Just to know that someone actually looking for her. Okay.
Hail, traveler.
Let me see your ways. Let's get rid of this shit. I don't know why I'm keeping all this. Is there a reason? Find more bow, find more bow. I don't know. Lion hides. That's about it. Okay. I think let's go back to Brackenberry.
Your brother. Did you and he get along?
We got along how brothers do. He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
My own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Thaos. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
Oh no, doesn't want all that danger on himself. Shit, I hate that guy. I cannot express my hate for him. It looked like these two are arguing. Raymond's
Laying low.
stealing stuff. Raymond.
Hail and well met.
Lord Raymond holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, he has the sallow complexion and restless air of a man who devotes all his days and most of his nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendant. I don't have time for expected visitors. Tell me about yourself. He snaps the pages and says, I am the lord of this house and not prone to idle chatter. If you have no business here, I suggest you be off. He doesn't look up from his papers. Maybe I'll just pick your house clean. Father never reads to me. He never. Raymond servant, the old serving woman regards with you blurry eyes. Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to return down. The visitors are permitted on the upper floor. I'm not going anywhere. Go back downstairs. I am not slapping her for no reason. Do I have a quest there though? Is this guy? Fragments of travel with a deer. Do that, okay. Trials of endurance, time and tide, explore the endless path, yeah. Mossweg, yeah. Travel to the cliffs you saw, yes, that's also here. Retrieve Helix research from Modritz, yeah. Travel to the cave from Ferga's vision. Go to the scriber's dormitory. Yeah, I should have done that. Go to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries in Copper Lane. I actually got quite a few things in Copper Lane. Okay. Wait a minute. Speak with the three contacts. Alga spends her time in Brackenridge. Where's Alga? I don't know where she is.
Gods keep you.
This woman is dressed and perfumed like a member of the nobility, but her sun-reddened skin and sweat-stained outfit suggests that she has been out here for quite some time. I don't have much time just now. I'm investigating Kendall's disappearance. Her eyebrows raised a little. Olin finally got serious about this case. I'm looking into the disappearances for him. What is that little whelp too good for the case like this? I'm sure he has other business to attend to. At least he sent somebody then. Anyway, I'll tell you whatever I can. What do you need to know? Tell me about Kendall. Was to tell he was a pretty young lad. Not the brightest of the bunch, but always pleasant company. How do you know Kendall? Elga smokes. We met up from time to time over the past few months. It was just a fling. Really wasn't going to last. She picks at the corner of her sleeve and looks away. He was a little fool, but a sweet little fool. What was Kendall doing before he disappeared? She laughed sadly. Sorry, the worst blazing rendition of the general speech from the widow of the wood that I've ever heard. She shakes her head. I love that fellow, but he was a tragic failure. Yet somehow he managed to get in with an acting toupee. When and where did you last speak with Kendall? A week ago he came back to my house for a bit of fun. Afterwards we fell asleep, and when I awoke he was gone. No note, nothing. Had you noticed anything different about Kendall lately? He started hanging out with a bunch of actors. Seemed alright except for the woman. She scowls. The woman with her long, willowy legs and slender arms always came around wearing these low-cut dresses and impossible shoes. What was her name? Her expression was, I don't know, I never cared to learn it. She uncrosses her arms and let them slowly fall to her side. I didn't realize it might be important. That's all the questions I have right now. If you think of any more, you would know it. Fine. Where are we? Arc of the Gath. Okay, this is House Abdominal. Okay, this looks important. I think I'm gonna call it here for today, guys. I think we made quite a bit of progress. Hopefully we'll finish this in the next. Well, we should finish this, and then we're going over to Andra's Gift. And then when we're in Andra's Gift, before we go to Heritage Hill, I will swap to the Ranger because the Ranger has a side quest there. It's her personal quest. It's in there. So I'll take her with me when I go there. Yes. I will see you guys next time. Have a fantastic day.